Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shameen Miller and I create videos around fasting, wellness, and anything about living an amazingly exciting, happy life. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the bell notifications if you wish to get updates for more of what I will be making. The video that I'm going to be making now is going to be very different from what I've done before, and it's all about the law of attraction. All of my videos previously on this channel have either been around my travels to Southeast Asia when I quit my job, my corporate job, when traveling around for 3.5 months. And then more recently for the last year has been all around fasting for weight loss, wellness, and overall being healthy and living an amazing, exciting, happy life. I have been spending, like I said, the last year now putting videos out on fasting. However, I've got a pretty good handle on it and I've loved it so much, but now I'm ready to take a pivot and do something new on this channel because fasting is just one component of living a great life and living a healthy life, but it's only one thing, and it's not the only thing you want to focus on all the time. Now it's become a lifestyle thing for me, so it's just a part of my everyday life. The new thing that I have recently introduced into my life now is this whole law of attraction thing that, kind of came out back in the early 2000s through The Secret. There is a documentary on Netflix of The Secret, so take a watch through that if you've never seen it before. It's actually done really, really well. And my video today will be about the law of attraction 101, to teach you kind of everything at a very high level about the law of attraction. The thing with the law of attraction is that it's the way that I see it, in my life is more like this framework that now, and like belief that I live under, that of just living this life of being happy and full of love and full of joy. And the fasting has been a big component of that because it allows me to be strong, to be healthy, to be fit, to be slim and lean and all that good stuff that goes along with it. But like I said, just focusing on one part of your life is just, it's not enough. It's not enough because that at least will help you to be able to move around, to have this body last as long as it can while you're on this planet. But there's more stuff going up in here in this head of yours. And the amazing thing about us on this planet is that we are such amazing beings. And when I say beings, we are not this body. We are something even more. But I'm not going to get into deep, deep things like that because I don't want to scare you away right now. So this video is obviously not going to encompass everything about the law of attraction because it's a big beast and you can literally go down so many different paths with it. My goal with this, however, though, is to be able to give you that framework that I was talking to you about, a framework to be able to live and play within so that you have a high level understanding of the law of attraction, what's included in it, and then what you can do is like from the points that I give you, you can kind of go down in there and like pick things you want to practice throughout. It will make a lot more sense when I actually get into this chart that I've been able to create for you. I have found that I've watched a lot of law of attraction videos, and when I did it, I was writing notes feverishly to be able to try and figure it out and get my head around it because there's so many different components of it and it can get very confusing very fast. So this video is really to help be able to like give you like a high level overview of what it is, and then my plan for however knows however long this goes, is to give you, to dive into each of those topics more deeply, to be able to give you more information about it, of how you can incorporate all these different things into your life and get what you want.
I've always had visions of better. I've always visualized better, like driving down in a banger of a car that I had to push start. I'd be still driving a soft top Bentley around beautiful California in my head. Lo and behold, now I am driving a beautiful soft top Bentley around California. I always visualized good things. I always visualized victory, success, abundance. I visualized it all and it's all happening.
So the law of attraction is whatever we put our focus on is what we have the ability to be able to get into our lives. Before I even get into more of what that is, I gotta tell you, this whole law of attraction, it's not a one-time thing. Like, think about when you go on a diet. Like, it's not a one-time thing. It becomes a lifetime thing. So after you lose all the weight, you need to have the ability to be able to keep that weight off and maintain it and have that part of your daily life. That's the same thing here about the law of attraction. It's gonna take time, and the better you get at it and the more you learn about it, the better life will become, and I promise you, you'll be so much happier. I suggest what you do at this moment now is to pull out a notebook, because I am going to give you a lot of information right now, and you can only really remember so much from watching a video once, and our brain, like our short-term memories are really, really good, but probably by tomorrow after you watch this video, you're probably going to forget half the stuff that I said to you. So I highly recommend taking out a notebook, make some notes on things that resonate with you, things you want to practice, because it will really, really help. I'll show you. I've got, this is my notebook where I wrote stuff in here. You can see that I got like notes and things in here, but these are all the notes and stuff that I've been writing over the last little bit here about all the stuff that I've been watching. So take notes, guys, take notes. Any questions that you have, please put them in the comments section below so that I can answer them and everybody can see them. At some point, I'm thinking of probably creating some kind of forum, either on my website or on Facebook. So just stay tuned for that. But for now, it's not happening, so put your comments in the section below. If you can't wait for my answer on the question, go and Google it and go and look on YouTube and go find out the answer yourself, okay guys? Like, it's gonna take me some time to really be putting a lot of videos on law of attraction, so I don't want you to have to feel like you have to wait for me to really go after what you want. Like, go and learn things from other people, see other points of view. It will really, really help you like on this journey, because there's things that I might say to you that may not resonate with you or you may not understand. So I want you to go and find other people there who are also experts in this to help you on your journey. So the last message I have before I get into the whole part of this video is for my snake diet fasters that follow me on this channel. Just because I'm switching to law of attraction doesn't mean you have to switch off, because I'm not talking about fasting all the time. The law of attraction is something that will be able to help you achieve your goals and achieve your dreams of being able to get rid of all that weight, to live a lean and happy and healthy life. I have a lot of people that message me asking me for motivation, how they can get started, how they're really scared to start doing something. And it's such a deep question when they ask me that, because really it does come from within to be able to get that motivation to get started. Cole does say, take your pictures, find your purpose. And that is really, really important. But a lot of people, it's hard for them to figure out what their purpose is when they have so much other stuff going up in their head there, because there's so much stuff that has happened to them in their past that, the way that they see the world is it's tough, and things are difficult and it's not easy. But through the content that I'm going to share with you guys, this is something that will be able to help you. I'm going to help change your life. I'm going to help you become more positive and to be able to start shedding all those layers of that we've all been conditioned with, like ever since we were children, and the experience we've had throughout our life, and getting you to see a new way, a new happier way of life. And the great thing about it, this is free, guys, okay? This is free. All the information I'm giving to you is free on these videos, and you don't have to buy anything to do the law of attraction. Like, if you want to buy books to read, yeah, you're going to spend some money, but law of attraction is free, and it's just going to take some effort on your part and taking the time to learn about it and the time to actually learn to manifest as well, to be able to achieve your dreams.
So didn't you write yourself a check? I heard that you did. Is that true?
I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995, and I put it in my wallet and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff, but then just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber, maybe.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
Yeah.
So you visualize yourself like...
Yeah.
Visualization works if you work hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. You can't just visualize and then, go eat a sandwich.
This video, okay, so I've got a bunch of notes here, and I'm gonna read them because I wanna stay on track for you guys, because I know this video is gonna be a little bit longer. So I'm gonna read off my computer because I prepared for you. What is the law of attraction? So simply put, whatever we put our focus on, we have the ability to attract that into our lives. It's the most powerful law in the universe, and just like gravity, it's always in effect, it's always in motion. Can I tell you how it works? Nah, I can't. Can I tell you how gravity works? Nah, I can't. But you just have to believe it, and you got to believe it. You got to believe it to achieve it. So we're always in a state of creation, and you are creating your reality in every moment of every single day. So one thing you have to think about is if you look at everything that's happening around you in this very, very moment, in this moment right now, it has been created by yourself and by other people through their imagination of things that they have thought about. I'll give you an example. Think of me, okay, years and years ago. I don't know how old you guys who are watching this, but I used to be in the days when like cordless phones did not exist. So we would like be on the telephone, on the kitchen with the cord, laying on the floor for hours, having conversations like, you know, with friends. So imagine there was somebody out there that wanted to go out to their car and go get something in their car. And they were like, man, I just wish that there was no cord so I can just go outside. And it came into somebody's mind, they imagine it, and now we have cell phones. We have cell phones that are the size of like this little, like the size of our hands. So you are creating your future with every single thought, consciously or unconsciously. That's pretty crazy. Our thoughts are mad powerful. So think about it, where you are in this moment, what you're living in your life right now, you have created with your thoughts consciously or unconsciously. So if you stay focused on the good and positive things in your life, you will automatically attract good things and positive things into your life. Simply put, like attracts like. You're gonna hear this term a lot when you watch other law of attraction videos. Like attracts like. So you gotta keep those positive vibrations, those positive vibes high. If you are focused upon lack and on negativity, that is what you're gonna receive back in your life. A lot of people who reach out to me about the snake dead and will ask me questions, but there's a lot of people that will give me this like their story of their life, and it's like there's some really sad stories out there, like really sad stories, and they've been through a lot of bad stuff and bad circumstances, and just bad luck, really, what appears to be bad luck in their life. So, but the thing is though, guys, like that is a story, and the more that you associate with that story and saying that you were sad, that you were depressed, that you're anxious, the more of that you're going to attract into your life. You don't realize that you attract that into your life, but you attract it into your life because the more energy you put on it, the more you're going to get back of that. So if you feel happy, excited, joyful, appreciative, abundant, then you are sending out positive vibrations, aka positive vibes, into the universe. Again, but if you're feeling bored, anxious, sad, stressed out, you are sending out negative vibrations, negative vibes to the universe. And you don't want to be doing that to the universe, you know, because the universe will give you whatever you want. The law of the universe does not discriminate. It will give you what you want and what you don't want. As I said, it does not discriminate. It will respond to both of these vibrations. So whatever you are thinking and feeling at any given time is basically your request to the universe for more of the same. Because your energy vibrations will attract energy back to you at the same frequencies, you need to make sure that you are continuously sending out energy, thoughts, and feelings that resonate with what you want to be, what you want to do, and what you want to experience. Remember, your energy frequencies need to be in tune to your life of whatever you want to attract into it. If joy and love are what you want to attract into your life, then the vibrational frequencies of joy and love are what you want to create. So if that's a little bit confusing, at the end of the day, keep your vibrational energies high when you are putting things out into the universe, because your thoughts and your words do count. So there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be like, okay, this is bullshit, okay? But I'm gonna just give you two scientific examples, because people always like the scientifical examples of things to be able to see if this works or not. So first example, so in the summer of 1993, there was something called the DC Meditation Experiment. A group of 4,000 people volunteered to meditate on peace and love to reduce the amount of crime in the high-crime Washington, D.C. area. A team of scientists and researchers approached the project without bias and tested every variable imaginable. The results were clear. During the month of meditation, crime dropped by 25%, definitively and scientifically proving that the positive thoughts of a group of people can affect and change the behavior of ill-intentioned individuals. Pretty cool, eh? The next experiment, it's called the water experiments. The most famous experiment that proves the power of thought was carried out by Dr. Masaru Emoto. He photographed frozen water crystals after thoughts of love and peace or hate and fear that were projected onto them. Sometimes the intentions were spoken out loud, while other times the intentions were merely thought. The results were always the same. Messages of hope, peace, love, joy, and the like resulted in beautiful symmetrical crystals, while messages of fear, hate, anger, sadness, and the like resulted in disjointed and broken crystals. His experiments proved that our intentions can physically alter the world around us. So the moral of these studies is that our thoughts and our words are very powerful, and they can change things. They can make things happen. I do suggest, though, you watch the movie The Secret. It is on Netflix. I believe it's everywhere, and it'll give you more of an explanation of the stuff that I just discussed with you. So before we get into like this whole framework that I created for you guys, like a quickly, everything kind of on one sheet for you, there's some key points that I want you to write down, okay? These points are very important and just something to keep on the top of your mind when it comes to the law of attraction, because there's so much that you could do, but at the end of the day, we just want to keep it simple and just kind of have these things that you can always remind yourself without getting lost in all the kerfuffle of everything that is out there. As I mentioned just previously, our words are very, very powerful. So you have to make sure you focus on what you want and not what you don't want. I'll explain a little bit more when I get to the framework. I've also included a video link below about imagination from Steve Harvey. Watch it. It's wonderful. It's super motivating. And it's something around like how powerful our words and our thoughts of our imagination can be. Next point is you want to focus on the end goal and not the how. You're going to focus on the what and not the how. The universe will reveal to you the how based on the actions that you're putting out there. The universe will reveal to you unexpected situations, introduce new people into your lives, put you in interesting, different experiences that you wouldn't really expect. So you've got to let the universe do its work, but you've got to take the first step forward. Well, after you're putting your goal out there, you actually have to put the step forward and actually start doing something to be able to have the universe start attracting and putting things in your way to be able to bring you closer to your goal of what you're creating. So what will happen is if you try to figure out how you're going to do it, you're eventually in your mind going to figure out all the reasons of why it's not going to work, and then the universe will give you all the reasons why it's not going to work. So don't worry about how it's going to happen. That's going to unfold with you in time. You just need to figure out what you want and then start slowly working towards it and let the universe do its magic. So the third point I have here is unwavering belief in the law of attraction. You have to believe it to achieve it. I can't tell you any other way. You just have to believe it. I believe that it's true. I don't know how the hell it's true, but I know that I've experienced already things with the law of attraction in my life. For example, like for the longest time, I wanted to quit my job. I really, really wanted to quit my job because I was unhappy and I knew it wasn't where I wanted to be. And I said to myself, I'm like, I'd love to be fired, but if I don't get fired, I'm like, it's fine, I'm gonna quit anyways. And so you know what the universe did? I quit my job and I did not get a severance package because my job was not gonna fire me. Because I said, oh, but if I don't get fired, that's okay, I'll just quit. So I pretty much said what I wanted. And eventually that revealed it to me. I have also wanted to, I've always said that I wanted to be a freelancer and travel. And right now, like, look at me. I'm freelancing right now. Like I'm doing YouTube stuff now, and I'm living in Barcelona. So it's pretty interesting and cool how these things have worked out.
Greatness doesn't just come from the success of a record. It comes from just how I feel inside. I felt like I was the greatest in 8th grade, and I was far from having a record out. We were taught to believe in ourselves, to believe that we could do anything. And you just wake up in the morning, you just feel good about life.
I mentioned this before. You actually need to do something. So you can't just say, I want to be a millionaire, or I am a millionaire, and just sit there and like let it come to you. Like you can't do nothing. You got to actually put that step forward and actually do something. I have a video in the bottom for you guys from Gary Vee. He puts it so eloquently because the way he speaks is just, he's really direct and to the point. And he really talks about how you actually need to go out and do something. And it's the same as I want to lose weight and I want to build more muscle in my body. I actually need to start doing something first. Like it's not going to just magically happen where I'm going to wake up one morning and I'm going to be like super slim and got lots of muscle in my body. Okay, so you actually have to do something. Number 5, there's no quick fix. Okay, living the law of attraction changing your attitude from one of one of lack, maybe one that's not positive at the moment, and to change it into be something that is positive and optimistic and full of love and full of joy. It does take time. It really does take time, but good things are meant to take time, you know, and they become habit and they become something that you can live as a part of your life, you know? So like you've got to form that habit to be able to get all the good things that come along with this. So it's going to take time because I'm going to go through with you guys the framework of manifesting, and there's a lot of things and it's going to seem overwhelming, but all you have to do is just pick a couple things to start with, and then over time, the better you get at it, the more it becomes a part of your life, and then you'll be able to take on more things. But it's not a quick fix. You know, it took so long for you to get to where you are. I have no idea where you are in your life at this moment, but it took a long time to get whatever situation that you are in. And it's gonna take some time to be able to get out, because I'm assuming that you coming to this video, you wanted to manifest something and to improve your life. You're not happy with where you currently are at the same time. So no quick fixes, it's gonna take time, but don't worry. It's a fun ride. It's a journey. It's a journey. Last thing, number six. So I've talked about you have to stay positive and you're going to raise your vibrational energy. And what you want to do is, I recommend, it's not in like the framework below, but this is just something just in everyday life, is I want you to do something just once a day, you know, minimum 10, 15 minutes of just do one thing that's going to make you happy each day. And it doesn't have to be anything with manifesting. It's just going to be something that makes you happy. Like put on your favorite songs and dance all out in your living room. Or if you love swimming, go jump in the pool, go jump in the ocean, or go see a friend. Just do something that's going to make you feel good, and that will naturally raise your vibrational energy and your vibrational levels, because you are just naturally happier with what you're doing. You know that feeling, what it feels like when you are hanging out with a friend that you like, just love spending time with, and you feel so good. So just try to do that for yourself. Do one thing a day that you love. 3-step process, super simple. I got it from the book, Asking It Is Given by Esther Hicks. But step 1, ask. Ask for what you want. Step 2, believe. There are tons of things that can help you in believing this thing and helping you to manifest. So we're gonna talk about that in just a second. And step 3, receive. Receive the signs from the universe, receive what's coming into your life, and take action. So ask, believe, receive. Ask, believe, receive. Ask, believe, receive. Okay, now we're gonna get into this framework here. I'm gonna put on the screen here for you the framework. I'm gonna make a prettier one at some point, I promise, but I wanted to just get this video done. So what I'm gonna ask you to do while I talk is to take a screenshot of this page right now. I don't have it anywhere for you guys to download at the moment, so take a screenshot. The reason why I did this so quickly is because I made a promise to myself that I'm gonna be putting out 2 videos per week, and so I need to get this video done. So it's better, in the words of Elizabeth Gilbert, done is better than perfect. I'll tell you why. My goal, one of my goals that I've set out is that I am going to, I have 1 million YouTube subscribers. So I'm achieving those 1 million YouTube subscribers, but for me to do it, I actually have to put work into doing it. So I've made the commitment to put out at least 2 videos a week for you guys, and you know, hopefully, and I know in time that this will grow and it's gonna take time, but it'll be there. So that's why you're getting this screenshot at the moment. Okay, so the framework. So we've got on the left-hand side, we've got ask, believe, and receive. And I'm gonna go through with you in each section. So number 1 is to set your goal. To manifest something, you must know what you desire. You actually have to want something to be able to manifest something. So think about this. Think about what it is that you really want in your life. I'll give you my example. Right now, I want to make a group of cool new girlfriends here in Barcelona, because I'm living now in a new country here in Spain, and all my friends are back home in Toronto in Canada. So my goal is to be able to make a group of like-minded, cool individuals here, and especially girls, because I love having girlfriends, and that's my goal. And the great thing is I've actually been able to manifest some of that so far. So, you know, just taking it one day at a time. The next thing, get specific on what you want, okay? So get specific on what you want and not what you don't want. So get specific on what you want. So what does this mean? You have to actually say what you really want and try to be specific as possible. I know I just said that in just a different way, but I'll give you an example. So last week I was going to go meet that new girlfriend, and one of the new girlfriends that I had met, and it was pretty cold out in the evening, and I was wearing like a long dress shirt and like a pair of shorts and some sneakers. And so I only had about 20 minutes before I had to meet her. And so I said to the universe, and I closed my eyes and I'm like, okay, I really would like to find a jacket that I can wear to keep myself warm. So I was walking around, and then I come up to the secondhand store. I'm like, perfect. Like, let's go in here and go and check it out. And so I walk into the store right away. I find a jacket, I put it on, and it fits perfect, literally perfect. And it's like only like €7, so super affordable. But then I'm looking at it and I'm like, it was like this black jacket with a bunch of floralness going on it, and it wasn't really exactly what I wanted. And so I didn't take it because I realized, okay, I'm like, I should be maybe a little bit more specific. So then I was like, okay, I'm like, cool. I'm like, I want like a green bomber jacket. I'm like, okay, like let's go and walk. So I go and walk, and I found another secondhand store. I found some green bomber jackets, but it ain't the green bomber jacket that I wanted. So long story short, I realized that I had to be a lot more specific in my manifestation, because especially with some of the smaller things, like the universe will try to give you things pretty quickly, especially if you're in the right vibrational state and that right vibrational level. So I've noticed for myself that I have to get a little bit more specific on manifestations, where others can be very broad in general. So really try it out and see what works for you. But I'll give you a pretty simple example of what you can do is like this parking lot manifestation so if you're out driving and you're looking for getting a parking spot, so in your mind, imagine that you're gonna get the parking spot at the front of the store of where you're going. So you close your mind and you imagine that, and you feel that you're gonna get the front, and then you'll be like, okay, and just keep on driving and you let it go. And see what happens. See what happens. Most people end up getting that front parking spot. Totally happened to me this past weekend. Next point. As you create, give yourself permission to want what you want today and be open to changing it tomorrow. So don't judge yourself. Judging yourself doesn't actually help you manifest with anything. So don't feel bad if you need to change something because your feelings towards whatever it is changed. And this is also very specific to like when you do some of the really big goals that you want to manifest in your life, because I've got some pretty huge freaking goals that I have, and some of them I have changed because I realized, I'm just not as interested in it anymore, and I had to just be like, okay, I'm like, this was what I wanted before, but this is not an interest to me in my life anymore. So be open to changing it and don't feel like you're married to a goal. Lastly, when you desire something, you will feel it and you'll know it's right. So when you're trying to figure out what the goal is that you want to achieve, then you will actually feel it deep in your being and you will feel really, really good about it. It's also the intention of when you're setting a goal really, really counts as well, because you feel really good about something and you really, you just feel good and your vibrational energy is really high and you're super positive, super optimistic about it. You'll have a better chance of manifesting that versus something you're kind of just like about, because the universe will be like towards you. Because remember, like attracts like, okay? Like attracts like. So we'll get now into the next section. So this is the big nitty gritty section here, believe, okay? And this section is something that it could be definitely something that gets overwhelming, but I'm gonna read my notes to you here, okay? You do not have to do all of this stuff right now that I'm gonna explain to you. I'll suggest a few as a starting point for you, but whatever resonates with you, you choose, okay? I'm also not going to spend a lot of time going into detail about all these techniques, since I'll be making detailed videos for this for you guys in the coming months. But what I have done, if you really want to know what some of these things are, I've actually left links in the description section down below for some of these items which require additional explanation, so that you can go and explore more until I eventually come back to this and get the answers for you. These are videos that I've actually watched and I recommend, and they have helped me to be able to understand many of these different things and elements of manifestation through the law of attraction. So if you're interested, watch them. Honestly, they're great videos. It's going to take some time, but they're referred down there for you. So the goal of believing, the goal of manifestation is to be able to raise your vibrational frequency. okay? It's to become more of a positive person. If you're gonna put that in a whole nutshell, that's pretty much what it is. Why? Okay, our brains have a built-in negativity bias due to our evolution of the species to survive from not being eaten. But just know that our brains do have the ability to be in a positive state, to become more positive. We just gotta teach it through repetition, through habit. Think of when you're learning a new language. It's really, really, really freaking hard at the beginning. It's really hard. But the more that you do it, eventually it just becomes second nature. So what I just discussed to you guys, the ability to change your brain through repeated behaviors, repeated habits over and over, is actually called neuroplasticity. Just as a plastic water bottle becomes pliable when it's heated, your brain can also be influenced and shaped in a similar way through what is happening in your life. Obviously your brain's not getting heated, but you get the point. So without diving down into the rabbit hole, I'm gonna end it there first, but know that our brains have the ability to change, to become more positive, especially if you're stuck in a negative state. So don't feel like you're ever gonna be stuck in there, because you are not, and you have the ability to change it. Okay, so I'm leaving a video also in the description below about top strategies of how to reprogram your mind. It talks about the subconscious and the conscious mind. Really great video, check it out, because I can't talk to you about this because this video is already so long, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're gonna get now into the meaty part here of believe. So I've broken this down now into 3 different sections. I've got like create, become, and do. I find it's a little bit easier because there's so many different manifestation techniques with like visualization, journaling, acting as if, meditation, mindfulness. So I wanted to break it down into 3 sections so that you have a little bit of a better understanding of what each of them really are geared towards. And this is just my own breakdown. But I found that this is really helpful for me. It was helpful for me in figuring out this whole law of attraction and figure out like what I want to use for my manifestation. Okay, so everything under this create section here are behaviors for you to be able to create and manifest in your mind and practice what it's actually living as if you've already achieved your goal. So I've got 6 items here. So journaling as if. What this is actually just writing down in a journal your life as if it's already happened. I have a journal. I've been writing it now for like the past week, and every time I write in it, I feel so good. I feel so good when I write my life as if it's already happened, because the more like your subconscious mind doesn't actually know the difference. Your body doesn't actually know the difference of what's actually happening versus what's imagined. So journaling as if is a great it's a great tool to do. So I love doing this a lot. Behave as if. So that means you're actually gonna live your life as things have already happened. So for example, I told you earlier that I want to have a round booty, I wanna have abs and a lean, strong body. So when I choose what I'm gonna eat, I make decisions based as if I've already achieved that goal. So I do ask myself like, oh, am I living or behaving as if I've already achieved these goals? So, and it really helps me in making food decisions and what I'm gonna put into my body. Next one is visualization. So honestly, it's simply as imagining things, and when you visualize things, you wanna try and be as detailed as possible in your visualization, in your imagination, which is so much fun. And the great thing about visualization as well is that there's some people that are really, really good at it. But if you're not so good at it, I'm gonna leave a video down below of called the lemon visualization. Do it. It's freaking mind-blowing. I would do it with you guys here, but I've already 40 minutes into this video. Also, when you visualize, I do suggest try to use other senses in it, like your smell, touch, hearing, and taste. It really just helps bring the visualization to life. Another option you can do is using a vision board. So you've seen the vision boards online. You can cut stuff out. You can put things up on a board, and you can put it in a place that you see it every single day. I think this is beautiful and I love it, but I don't have time to put together a visualization board, or I also don't like to carry around too much paper with me. So I actually have created a vision board in Pinterest. Video down below of what you can do for vision boards in Pinterest. Next one is sleep visualization. This is similar to the visualization technique I explained before, but this is something you do just before you go to sleep, and it's because your brain waves are in I think it's in an alpha state at this point, so it's a lot more susceptible for you to be able to download a lot more information into your subconscious to be able to manifest a little bit better. I left a video down there below as well. And the last technique, which I just came across recently through my friend Emma, and it's super, super lighthearted, and it's something that you can do when you're out. But like, say you're out, you're having dinner with friends at a restaurant, you're having a great time, and you just ask yourself, how can this get me better? You know, and it's a super lighthearted way to manifest, and you just kind of put it out there and you let it go. You know, don't get attached to it or anything, but it's a very lighthearted thing to do, like when you're out and you just kind of, you know, just really enjoying that moment. So in this create category here, I've given you 6 techniques so far. I'm sure there's more, but these are the ones that I've come across so far, and I use actually most of them except the sleep visualization at the moment right now. But you don't have to use all of these, okay guys? You don't have to use all, but I'll tell you this, that a lot of people find that visualization is pretty powerful for them. And journaling has been a really powerful tool for them as well. So try whatever works for you. You do not need to do them at all. You don't have to do all of them because there are a lot. But in time, when you become good at it, you can decide if you want to take on more things, or if you find something's not working for you, try something else. You know, like there's no hard and fast rules of what you can do because everybody manifests in their own way, in their own special way. The next section is become. So become is really about becoming the more positive version of yourself. So this is where you'd want to increase your vibrational frequency to manifest easier. Because like I said, like attracts like. And if you're in a more positive state, you have a manifestation will come to you a lot easier. And I truly believe like the reason why they put this in here is really to just become like a nicer person, and I said live a more positive life and become more aware of your emotions, because your emotions and your thoughts can totally just take over everything, and it takes over most of us in our life. So becoming is a big category here. We've got 5 different things here. We've got gratitude, affirmations, meditation, mindfulness, and segment intending. Y'all have heard about gratitude. This is a great way to be able to live more presently and just appreciate everything that you have. I practice gratitude 2 times per day, and I write it down in a journal. My journal is actually on my cell phone, but that's the way that I like to do it. But you can write gratitude, what you're grateful for, in a book. Affirmations. Affirmations are positive words of encouragement that make you, so anything about like love, about wellness, money, health, friendship, whatever it is, what it does is really helping to change your limiting beliefs that you may have about yourself and limiting beliefs about your life, to be able to get you into a more positive frame of mind. So a visualization is, an affirmation is something like, I am healthy and I am happy. I'm healthy, I'm happy. Or I am full of abundance. Money comes into my life easily. There are literally so many different affirmations that are out there. You can say them in the morning, you can say them at night, say them when you're walking, look at yourself in the mirror when you're saying them. They really, really make a big difference in your life. Go on Google, look up affirmations, see what really ties and what works for you. And you can also record yourself. So what you can do is when you find the affirmations that you love, like write them all down, and what you can do is record them on your phone. And when you're out walking or at the gym or running or whatever it is, you can play that shit on repeat, because as I said, your subconscious, or like that mammalian part of your brain, no, the reptilian part of your brain, like it's, for it to be able to learn and to change, it needs stuff to be going on in there, like on repeat. And the more you hear it, the more you believe it, the more you will become it. Meditation, I'm sure most of you know what meditation is. If you're gonna do meditation, I suggest start really small. It's fantastic. I use an app called Insight Timer. And as I said, guys, I will go through all of these different things with you in subsequent videos, because there's so much that go along with this. Mindfulness. Okay, love mindfulness. And mindfulness is really about moment-to-moment, non-judgmental awareness. So when you're out, it's like mindfulness is, let's say it's like waking life meditation. So you're out walking on the street and you're just paying attention to everything that's around you. You notice the people, you notice the cars, you notice the buildings, You notice like your hands, whatever it is, you're just noticing everything as it is, and you're not judging it. You're not playing a story in your own mind. You're just noticing everything that is happening in that moment. I truly, truly believe, and I'm going to tell you guys this, put a little star beside this one, I believe that mindfulness definitely should be practiced throughout the entire day. It's not necessarily, it's manifesting in a way, but really mindfulness is helping you to be able to identify like thoughts that are going through your mind and to be able to become one with who you are. I practice mindfulness all the time, every day, all day, and I've been doing it for the last few years, and it's really just helped me get out of my own head, and really helped living in the present and living in the now. So you're definitely gonna get more videos about mindfulness, guys. The last thing I've got, which is really cool, it's something called segment intending. So before you go into like really what it is, so you've heard of people probably setting intentions for the day. So like today, I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna enjoy this day. I'm gonna enjoy every moment as it comes and just be truly and fully present. So that's setting an intention for the day. Segment intending is setting an intention throughout various points of the day. If you're going to be going into different, they call it segments, but really just different events or different things you're going to do. So I could be setting an intention before I start filming. I can set an intention before when I actually break my fast and actually have some kombucha that I have here waiting for me. So it's really about setting intentions in various parts of the day. There is a video in the description below that you can watch. Last section here in the belief section is to do, okay? As I said, like attracts like. The actions you put in place will attract outcomes to bring you towards your desired goal. So as Gary Vee says, you gotta do shit. You actually have to do something to be able to get yourself closer to your goal. Simple, quick, you gotta do stuff, you know? You're not gonna get something for nothing. And the last point here is karmic practice. So to be able to raise your vibrational level, it's really doing good things for others, doing stuff that's not for yourself. So try to do at least one positive action per day to help somebody that either you know or you don't even know at all. So my last section here is to receive. So really, it's all about observing and acknowledging now the signs that come from the universe. So you have to be willing and open to whatever comes in your life. So I said that I wanted to meet and make new girlfriends. I went to a clothing swap, right? And I brought a pair of pants there. And then I went to the back to try something else on, and then I see this girl, she put on the pants that I brought, and they looked amazing on her, and I was like, hey, those pants look great on you. I brought those, I got them from Zara, I haven't worn them that much, but they just don't work for me anymore, and I'm like, you look great on you. And her and I got into this 10-minute conversation with each other, and we said, okay, cool, it was nice chatting with you, it's nice to meet you. And before she left, she actually asked, she's like, hey, do you want to meet up for a coffee, something? She's like, I know it's not easy finding new friends, in a new country, but if you'd love to hang out, I'd love to. And I was like, yes. I'm like, that is awesome. So that was straight in my face, but sign from the universe. But I had to put myself out there, and I first had to do something. So I brought the pants and actually went to an event, and then I actually started talking to someone, and put myself out of my comfort zone, because talking to strangers, can be really scary. But when you just put yourself out there and open yourself up, you're gonna have to do some scary things. The universe is gonna put situations in front of you, and you've got to seize those opportunities. It is easy to miss the signs from the universe, especially since they come in unexpected ways. So write them down. I write them down every single night in my app. And the more that you start to acknowledge and receive, you will start to receive more signs, okay? So you gotta be aware of the stuff that's going on. And if you're stuck in your head here all day, if you're stuck in there all day having these little conversations with yourself, you are gonna miss that, which is why I said mindfulness is super important, so you can really be present in the moment and notice what is going on around you. Don't become attached to the outcome, okay? Happiness does come from within, so you have to be grateful for what you have right now in these moments, and just know that if it's gonna work out and it's meant to work out, it will work out. Things are gonna work out, but you don't hold on to that that goal for the death grip, and if it doesn't come true, you are upset. Because happiness does come from within, and that's what the gratitude practice will teach you. Last point, be grateful. So when the signs come in your life, be grateful. Thank the universe for the signs, because you know, you gotta be grateful, man. You gotta be grateful for all the things that come into your life. So that is all here for the framework, guys. You know, if you have questions on it, let me know below. I'm gonna make a bunch of videos on this stuff, okay? There's gonna be a bunch of videos, but if you need to get started now and you need some help with just certain things, look at the video references that I put below. If I don't have any video references, go look some stuff up yourself, you know, because that's what I would do if you're gonna ask me. So, you know, take control of this. It's really, really exciting because law of attraction is all a journey. You gotta learn as much as you can and, you know, get excited about it. Like, I'm so freaking excited about this, guys. You don't even understand. It has completely and truly changed my life. So, one thing I want you guys to be aware of is limiting beliefs. I don't want to talk about that in this video. I will put it in another one, but I left a video down below that you can watch about limiting beliefs because that shit is also real and you may not even know what the hell limiting beliefs are. So watch the video. So last part, if still what I've given you is super overwhelming right now, I'm going to give you the 3-step process of where you can start as a beginner. You screenshot this, write it down because I'm going to put it up for you right now. Step 1, ask for what you want, but say as if you achieved it in the present tense. So for example, I'm a world traveler and I take at least 3 trips per year. Step 2, now it's time for you to believe through your manifestation. So when I say believe, you have to believe you are going to receive it, but not attach your happiness to the outcome, as I mentioned before. Don't say, I want this, but say that I want, like, because when you say but, then you're going to start saying the negative and you're actually going to start receiving the negative. So if you want something, say what you want. Don't say what you don't want. The next point is you actually have to raise your vibrational energy so it's easier for you to manifest. So I recommend to start out with these 5 things. I recommend you to start practicing gratitude at least once a day. Come up with your favorite affirmations that work for you. Visualize, daydream, or create a vision board. Be mindful through mindfulness and take action. You don't have to do this all at once right away at the beginning, okay? Like working them over like the next week or next 2 weeks because it's gonna take some time to figure out like what is gonna work for you. And number 3, receive. So again, it's easy to miss signs from the universe, especially since they come in unexpected ways. So make sure to write them down, and the more you start to acknowledge and receive, the more signs you will start to receive. Guys, that is it. Thank you so much for being here for this really long ass video. I know there was a lot of information there. I promise I will explain more and more as we go along. But I'm hoping that at least if anything you take away, you've got at the end here where to start, and you've got that screenshot of the framework and the overall view of law of attraction. And I'm hoping that this will be able to help you get started so you can start manifesting today. You can start to change your life today because this is your life. You are in control. You are the creator. You are the creator of your own destiny. You are on this beautiful, 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 amazing journey. And life is meant to be lived. You are meant to be loved. You are meant to feel joy. And life is supposed to be amazing and not shitty, okay? It's not meant to be shitty. It's really, really not. So start educating yourself. Start watching stuff, start manifesting, and start getting yourself on the right track because you are, like I said, you're a creator of your own destiny. You know, source, energy, God, the world, the universe, it's all in here. You know, you are part of it. We are part of it. We are all one, guys. Yeah. Thank you so much. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.